So about a month ago, I decided to download Battlefield 3 just to play the campaign. Because I saw the opening of Battlefield 4 and I'm like, well, I need to do that. But I want to play the third one first, just so I can get a taste of what the Battlefield campaigns have to offer. And I must say,
2011.
it was a wild ride. There were stories I didn't understand. So let's just jump right into it. We're on a train. Why are we on a train? I don't know. But we are. And this is the start of the game. We're just on a train with no explanation, and now we pick up a pistol, a weapon which we'll be not using in the game ever again, for a brilliant tutorial before we get a shotgun, and walk about 5 or 10 paces before it's properly taken away from us without us being able to kill a single enemy. This is a crime against humanity. I will get my shotgun back later. That is a promise. Either way, yeah, get the lame AK and decide to shoot people with it, because that's what guns are for. Like it or not, as we continue on this train, because, I don't know, train. After we shoot people for a while, we find bombs, and people tell us to open this door, something which we'll be not getting to do enough. And then this guy with a pistol beats my AK and holds me at gunpoint. Actually, sorry, revolver. Now, earlier on, we're in, I think, Iraq or something, and one of our teammates dies. But he doesn't. So we pull him out, because obviously it's best in bad situations to pull out. And use this truck as cover to assassinate some of these would-be assassinators, who are probably maybe sort of terrorists, Russians, could be, religious something, I don't know. This is a bit of a product of its time, and I'm sorry if it makes anyone upset, but I don't care enough. Either way, we get our hands on a sniper and shoot a couple of RPG guys. Just clip through the wall, like, what? Someone explain to me what's going on there, please. Is there, like, a dev in the comments? Either way, we get the second one. And drag the other guy who, he'll be okay, sure. Drag the other guy into the building as we then start to walk up some stairs, get onto the roof. And I was informed that there was a sniper. So, what do? They said, we'll draw him out. I go to draw him out and die. Later on, we get RPG of ourselves and shoot it at this hotel, and the explosion comes from the precise spot that we hit it. And I think we took care of that issue. Unfortunately, there's more issues, as our buddy who we're trying to evacuate decides to go the one route where there's going to be, like, a bunch of people, and we get to witness my amazing game. It's a miracle I don't die here. Or maybe I do. And you don't know because I edited it out. Oh, you probably want to catch me live so you can make fun of me in your time, instead of just assuming that I died all these times, which definitely happened. Anyways, now we're killing more RPG people, because that's their main weapon. You know, we got AKs and M4s, and they got RPGs. Such is life. Honestly, when it comes to the whole story, I think I had an understanding of it by the ending, but that has just gone absolutely from my brain. So I don't know what's going on. We're going to skip most of the cutscenes and dialogue, because we're just here for the gameplay and my hopefully witty commentary. Either way, we then get to operate a big gun, I'm forgetting what it's called, and mow down other moralist bad guys, amoral bad guys, or at least that's what we hope, so we can sleep at night. I now cannot get out of this as I did. And just absolutely terrified, because there's an earthquake, and I'm pressing whatever button I used to get into it, and the only thing that knocks me out is an earthquake. So, for all I know, if that didn't happen, I would be stuck in there forever. But either way, it looks like I'm going to be stuck against this building forever, because my legs don't work.
Wrist.
After many hours, we are brought back to consciousness by an Xbox achievement titled Shock Troop. For all of you who cannot read, which I assume is a fair amount of my audience. We pull ourselves out of the rubble, which is now night. Who knows how many days later, or if it's just been a couple hours. Either way, we are entirely unharmed from the massive concussion we must have gotten, and are not hurt at all. In fact, we still have our knife, which we trade almost automatically because knives are about the most useless item you can have in this game, besides the brain, for a gun that definitely doesn't get ourselves killed about a bazillion times. Okay, come on. If there's a button that says push it, I'm gonna push it. And we crush 2 people and get an achievement and then die. And then we get our shotgun, our coveted shotgun. Unfortunately, the only thing that stands in our way of us using the shotgun is that is a friendly. And even if we could shotgun him, it would not kill him. We are unfortunately forced to use icky, ew, long-range weapon until we get another big gun in which we take care of some people before seeing our evac arrive. And promptly decided to go away because it realized that the RPG Nation in fact consisted of RPGs. However, we will have to thank the RPG Nation for a minute because, again, my character cannot get out of this car. And the only thing that saves our life is an RPG. With newfound respect for RPG Nation, I guess allies at this point, we decide to respect them by retreating automatically, even though we probably have the firepower to take them out, because they're just that awesome. I do not condone terrorism. Either way, we get out just as that building, to show how amazing RPG Nation is, decides to give them a brilliant show of collapsing. Now we're on a jet. I honestly don't know why, even when I knew what the story was, why we're on a jet. But we're just on a jet. So, it looks like we're going to be on a jet for a little while here. Now honestly, this mission wasn't anything special. The jet thing kind of got old really fast. We didn't get to fly it ourselves, even though that looks like terrible flying. I assure you it's not me, although I would do simulate. Either way, we get to lock onto these planes as they deploy a lot of flares, and then stop for some reason, and then like that. Kaboom. We get to do this a lot more times, and I will spare you the boringness. This is one of the only missions where I don't die once. Either way, lock onto that one, blow them up, and then we get to do our little early aughts shooter where we jam our face into back of someone's head, or in this case, a computer. Because just because streamers do it doesn't mean that military people have to have their face half an inch away from the screen. But here we are. Either way, now we're just blasting things from the air in this very cool camera that I actually really like. This is not sarcasm. I adore this. After we blow up some airstrips, we get to do it in, like, I don't know, laser Metroid Prime see-through. It's pretty fun. The satisfaction is complete, though, when there's a big crowd of very naughty, not good, bad people, and we get to blow them up. My reticle disappeared at this point, and I was a little scared that I was going to miss the satisfaction, but fortunately, the game had me covered. This is on hard mode, by the way. It wasn't that difficult, except for all the times I died. Now we find ourselves flying through a green screen on our way back to the base. I don't know why. Is it nighttime at this point? Do we have infrared on? Or do we really just like the color green? Either way, it's sort of a cool visual, but I also don't understand it, and that's probably because I'm not listening to the audio of the game.
Something bad's gonna happen.
We come in for landing. I thought something bad was going to happen, but it doesn't. I also just found out that those characters in the plane aren't the same characters we play later. Also, this is the story, by the way. I had it sped up to an appropriate amount because I don't care enough what's going on, so you shouldn't care enough what's going on. Now back to regular speed. We are now invading a city at night again. I don't like the night missions because you can't see anything unless you have an infrared scope, which we'll get to later on. Not this video, but later on in the game we will. Either way, we have an ACOG, which I quite like, being an avid gamer player of Rainbow Six, and I said avid, not good. And we get to eliminate quite a lot of Op-4s with this thing. Anyways, we get to be reunited with our lovely shotgun in the hallways of the building, the best place for a shotgun to be used, and with pride blast our enemies to itsy bitsy bits. There's not enough to fuel our ever-loving shotgun. Oh, in a car now, by the way. Our ever-loving shotgun craze. So, our hunger is ever-present. Don't worry, we will get to fulfilling our shotgun hunger later on in the video. Anyways, back to more ACOG hitting people. That was a double kill. We're on a bridge now for some reason. Either way, we're just continuing to move through the city. And there's tanks too, by the way. I think there were tanks earlier. Oh wait, no, there's tanks right now. Because we all know if we're running like this and there's no enemies, something bad's about to happen. Either way, we wake up right as soon as we fall asleep and are all unharmed after our tank shot literally right at us. Plot armor gonna be just crazy, I guess, because this is insane. Anyways, more ACOG blasting, and we climbed all the way to the top of that building with minor inconvenience. However, there are now more tanks. I did not like this part of the game, so we're just going to ignore that it exists, because I died many times. After getting through the part of the video game that doesn't exist, we're going to be climbing up a ladder. This ladder takes really, I mean, come on, Wolfenstein had a very nice, smooth, fast ladder. This is just terribly slow. And what makes it worse is that was a checkpoint right below the ladder. Couldn't they have made it up on the stairs? I guess. Up on the platform we're currently on? I guess not. So, after we die because QuickTime events suck, we're going to have to go up that ladder a bunch more times. So, you're going to feel a third of my pain right here, along with witty commentary I did not have. Jump scare. These people try to beat the stuffing out of us, and we eventually succeed, but not right now. We don't. It's quite annoying because I failed this cutscene. Guy shoots me too for some reason, or maybe he shoots the other one. I don't know. Either way, mission failed. That's definitely our first mission failed. We didn't die at all earlier, especially in the part of the game that doesn't exist. Anyways, now we're up on a place with a lot of snipers. And we have our ACOG. And we're just using these chairs to shield us because office chairs are the most bulletproof weapon demand. This is realized.
Ow, you can shoot through the office chairs.
Unfortunately, this game isn't very realistic. Either way, we get more shotgun and decide to bum rush just everything because that's definitely the way to go. There are not that many people in this specific area, but oh my gosh, they have angles on everything. So we're also just gonna fast forward through all of this, and all of the times we died. This is at 100 speed. Well, now it's not, but it was. Either way, hey, we killed everyone, and now we're on the ground floor, and we were told to go look in the basement, so we rappel down an elevator shaft like so. I think the 100 speed messed with my recording equipment because we're a little farther ahead than we need to be, but it should be fine. Either way, we prep and chuck a flashbang. Explodey. Point that guy in, which instantly kills him. Automatically switch to our shotgun because we realize just how much shotgun. And start shotgunning people. And I think we kill a total of one person here, but it's fine because my adrenaline was going high. I apologize for that horrible whistle. Either way, we do this whole thing over quite a bit more times. This time it's only 9.33 times faster, so you can sort of tell what's going on. I also found out what happens if you shoot your guy. There's just a friendly fire will not be tolerated thing. Either way, we eventually break into this prison, and my eternal thirst for shotguns, and also like kicking open doors if I haven't mentioned that before, both do not get realized in the scene. Although we did have some shotgun fodder earlier, which was very appreciated. I yearn for more. Instead of letting me kick down the door with my big boy muscles, we strap a little explosive to it, and I only at the last second get out of the way, because, you know, brains are something that you do not have to need to play this game. I mean, you'll die a lot.
Is that a nuke?
Either way, the only important thing, besides a bunch of documents that are basically useless, is this radioactive container which you open immediately, because again, you don't need brains.
You know what that is?
There's a nuke inside that, by the way, and it's Russian, so that totally complicates everything a bunch. Anyways, we got more story stuff, so, like all, bam bam, shoot 'em up games, we're just gonna skip it, because who needs story stuff when you have guns? I think I just described, like, the American ideology. Either way, now we get to see Russian people talking in Russian with subtitles, so I know half of you can't read. We're just gonna skip over this because we're gonna probably review it in our next video, because this is about where we stop. But we're driving around the town for a stupid amount of time. and are gonna kill a couple cops for the greater good, because nukes. This is a different character, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. Then Blackburn, or whatever his name is. This one's called, I don't know, he's a Russian. Either way, thanks for watching. See me on my Twitch.